Well, the inevitable has happened, and a film has been announced starring a deceased actor being resurrected by AI. The movie is called As Deep as the Grave, and it is set to star an AI recreation of the recently deceased Val Kilmer. So, there's a few things to say about this. I'm not going to go over all of my fundamental problems with just the idea of bringing back actors from the dead. In the first place, I did an entire video a year or two ago where I went over all the reasons why I feel it's not only ghoulish, but also artistically bereft. I'm not going to reiterate any of that, but that having been said, there's a couple of interesting things about this one. Firstly, obviously, they did have to get permission from Val Kilmer's estate. That is standard. They wouldn't be able to move forward without that. I know we all like to think that whoever manages the estate of a deceased actor would act in the best interest of their memory and wouldn't do anything that that actor would want, but that's not always the case. And honestly, who knows? Maybe he would have wanted this. It's really kind of moot. It doesn't matter. The man's dead now. The more interesting thing is the way that it's kind of dipping its toe into this, because the excuse for why this is being done is because Val Kilmer actually signed on to be in this movie. He was supposed to be in this back in 2020. Obviously, there were initial reasons why the shooting didn't happen then, and then his health troubles made it so he couldn't begin the filming, and then he passed away. Now, I think, if I remember correctly, I made some allowances in that previous video that if an actor passes away on a movie they've already started filming, I might give a little wiggle room. This isn't that. He never started filming for this. He did intend to star in it, but he never even shot anything for it. Well, the director says that he was moving forward with no one else in mind, and so this is what he's going to do. That director, by the way, Corte Voorhees, who you've probably never heard of, which is the one thing I'm a little bit assured by. He has a filmography that is made up of a short film and a couple of movies I've never heard of, and I'd be surprised if you had either. There is no guarantee this thing actually happens. Do you remember that movie that was supposed to star James Dean that got announced and then forgotten and then re-announced that it was totally happening and never has? All that having been said, it never actually manifesting is what we could best hope for. Because even though I have little doubt that it would tank if it actually came out, these things being made at all is still an incremental step towards this sort of thing being normalized, even if they initially fail. So hopefully, this will literally be the last we hear about it until it's announced that it's not happening.